As you remember from my icebreaker speech, we used a little bit of technology called Nearpod. So what I'd like you to do in the next 60 seconds, I'm gonna ask the timer again to let me know when the 60 seconds is up. Please download this Nearpod, and one more thing too, could you time this part as well? So this is part of my speech, okay? Great, so please go to www.nearpod.com, and then on the top there's a little portion that says code, and you'll type in D as in David, W as in what's up, T as in Tom, B as in banana, N as in next. And if you don't get it in the next 60 seconds, we will proceed and you will be able to see the slides up there. But if you have it on your phone, you can participate in the surveys, because I have 2 survey questions this time. And while you guys are doing that, there are, as you might have remembered from my icebreaker speech, I got a Master's of Arts in Teaching Math. And a couple years ago from Florida, University of South Florida, Tampa to be exact. And they taught us a lot about the Common Core, which I didn't really know much about. So it actually is pretty cool. If you think about this, any school you go to in the country, like if you have to move or for whatever reason you go to visit on vacation, you go to school there, they're going to be teaching the same curriculum. It's not going to be algebra over there, and Colorado is not going to be different from algebra in California. Geometry in Texas is not going to be different from geometry in Massachusetts. And the way they came up with the standards is the most rigorous state, Massachusetts. Because the goal was to get our test scores higher to compete with like the Finlands and Singapores. So that was the goal. And then there's actually a lot of standards, but the main 8 standards for mathematical practice, I'm going to pass around here for you to look at, okay? And just as we speak, if you could just pass it on after you're done. I want to thank my dad and my mom especially for teaching me to be a global citizen and really being concerned about other people, and not only our relatives who've come from Bolivia as immigrants, but also the environment, recycling, picking up trash. And my speech is actually 5 to 7 minutes. It's from the Pathways Manual. And this is the opening video I would like to show you, and then we can talk briefly about your thoughts. This is from Greta Thunberg. Let's see if the video plays. Has anybody heard of Greta Thunberg?
Yes, I have. She's been on television.
Okay. What else do you know about her?
She's a leader. She's an activist, leader in global warming, and she started out all by herself, taking every Friday off to school to sit in front of, I don't know who, Congress or whatever, where it's Sweden, or
yeah.
Sweden. And she would sit in protest by herself, and over a couple of years, she's gained a lot of followers.
Yeah, she's only like 15 years old.
Yeah, and she's so articulate. We love her.
Yeah. So, get started. I don't know if it's on.
So we have to know Spanish.
Oh, yeah. So I'll just translate it. The Notre Dame was burned down, but it will be rebuilt. We hope that the foundation is strong. We hope that our foundation is even more strong, but I fear that it is not. In the year 2030, approximately, they will start an irreversible chain reaction that will probably be the end of our civilization as we know it. At least, unless we do some drastic changes, unprecedented changes in all aspects of society, including the reduction of our emissions, at least 50%. Those calculations are not opinions or suppositions. Crazy. These projections are backed by scientific evidence, concluded by all the nations from the IPCC. We are in the middle of the 6th mass extinction the rate of extinction are 10,000 times faster than what is considered normal. With more than 200 species extinguished each day, the erosion, the fertile soil, the deforestation of our forests, the contamination of the toxic air, the loss of insects, the fauna, the acidification of our oceans. These are our disastrous tendencies, and they are accelerating our life. People with more money just keep going. We can't ignore the scientific evidence that millions of kids are protesting in school for a better future. I'm sorry. So there's an activity here, guys, and that was a video shared by my mom. So in 59 seconds or less, please jot down the 5 top issues facing our nation. You could, and you guys have 56 seconds.